Alright guys, welcome back. This is Bad Senator. So today I'm going to share with you what the most likely path is to 218 seats in the United States House of Representatives for the Democrats. The significance of that number is that's the number the Democrats would need to get a majority in the chamber. So we're going to look at each region of the United States, and we're going to look at how many seats the Democrats would need to flip in each region for them to get the magic number. So the first isn't really a region, it's really kind of like a blanket statement. The Democrats can lose no more than 3 of their own seats. As of right now, there are currently 2 seats, the 14th District of Pennsylvania and the 1st District of Minnesota, that are currently favored to flip from Democrat to Republican. And there are 2 toss-up seats that are also held by Democrats, the 8th District of Minnesota and the 1st District in New Hampshire. Now, the Democrats will need to win at least one of those toss-ups in order to sustain less than 3 losses. So that's where I got that number from. They split the toss-ups and they lose 3 of their own. If they do more than that, the chance of taking the House is probably non-existent. Let's go to New Jersey. The next area they need to win is in New Jersey. I say they need to get 3 seats out of New Jersey. So 2 districts, the 2nd and the 11th, are currently held by Republicans, but are likely to flip from Republican to Democrat. And then you have one toss-up district held by Republican Leonard Lance that could also flip. And then you have 2 likely districts. If Democrats can win 3 of those, then that'd be a good night in New Jersey. Then in Pennsylvania. Oh, one more thing about New Jersey. The reason I think Democrats should be getting so much here is that these highly educated, usually Republican suburbs are where Democrats have been performing better. So Democrats should ideally be getting lots of pickups in these kind of areas, like New Jersey. Next, we go to Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, they need to get 4 from Pennsylvania. They already favored to get 3, the 7th, the 6th, and the 5th. They already favored to flip 3, and then they could find 1 more out of the 2 toss-ups to flip, the 1st and the 17th. You split the toss-ups, they get 4. That's what they need to get there. Let's go back to the national map. In the United States, so they would need to get 5 flips in the South. So let's go right here. All right, this goes up to the South right here. If you look closely, there are currently 6 toss-up races in the South, and there are currently 2 districts that are favored to flip from Republicans to Democrat in the South: Barbara Comstock's districts and the lady whose name I cannot pronounce, district in Florida that Clinton won by 20 points and she's retiring in. So obviously, Democrats would probably need to pick up those 2 seats, and from there they need to get 3 of the 6 toss-ups. Now, the South is not the Democrats' strong suit as of lately, so that's why they need to split the toss-ups. In other districts, like in New Jersey, in other areas, I have them getting more because those areas are their strong suits, but in the South, I'm having them get less of the toss-ups because, again, South, this is not their strong suit at all. So they'd probably need to win half of the toss-ups to have a good night in the South when it comes to chances for House control. And obviously 3 toss-ups plus the 2 they're already favored in, that equals 5. So they probably need to get 5 pickups from the South. The next category is in an area called the Latino Belt. So the Democrats probably need to get 2 seats out of the Latino Belt. Now this, unlike the South, is a strong suit for the Democrats. So in order to get 2 seats from the Latino Belt, which includes Texas, New Mexico, Colorado, Arizona, and Nevada, they would need to win where they're already favored to win. Martha McSally's district right there is favored to flip from Republican to Democrat. And then they need to win the toss-up here, Will Hurd's district. They could also potentially snag one of the lean Republican districts, the 5 that are in the Latino Belt at this point, the 4 of the New Mexico district, and these 3 other districts that are tiny, we can't really see them, in Texas. You could also do that, and I have them winning all the toss-ups right now because, again, this area is their strong suit. So they need to have 2 there, 2 from the Latino Belt, and now we're going north to another belt, the Rust Belt. I say they need to win 3 seats in the Rust Belt. Now, we've already done Pennsylvania, so for all intents and purposes, I'm not including that. The reason I separated Pennsylvania from the rest of the Rust Belt is because Pennsylvania is a really different state in terms of House control, because of the redistricting and the amount of retirements we're seeing because of it. So I think Pennsylvania is different enough to put in its own category, at least in this cycle. And then we have 6 states here: Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Michigan, Wisconsin, and Minnesota. So there are currently 4 Republican-held toss-ups in this area of the country. And if you look at the Senate, Democrats are doing really well in the Rust Belt. If you look in Ohio, in Michigan, in Wisconsin, in Minnesota, with Indiana as the exception here, but with the exception of Indiana, all those races are either likely or safe Democrat. And Democrats seem to be really doing well. Of course, this is the area of the country that very famously shattered Democrats' hopes of shattering the glass ceiling, to use the same word as in a sentence twice. However, it looks like it's going to be very strong for them again this time around. And that's why I say they get 3/4 of the toss-ups here. There's 4 toss-ups. I say they need to get 3 of them. That's probably their target. And again, I'm having them aim so high, I guess, in this district because this is an area that's looking very strong for them, very promising in 2018. The next category is the Heartland. The Heartland is Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, and the Dakotas in Oklahoma. So you have 4 toss-ups here. And again, the Heartland, not really a Democrat strong suit. But if you look up here, Democrats need to get 60% of the toss-ups. And there's not really a region where they can afford to win less than 50% of the toss-ups. So I'm going to say that they probably need to win 2 of the toss-ups. Of the 4 they are, 50%. So they need to win 2 in the Heartland. That is Kansas's district, where Paul Davis is running, the Don Bacon, Gary Eastman showdown, and the Omaha district, and the 2 Iowa districts. The next area they need to do well in is California. Now, California, this is ground zero for the resistance. A lot of liberal activism we're seeing over there in California. And because of that, Democrats should aim high here. They should aim high. What I mean by that is getting 5 seats from California. We're already favored in 2. Darrell Isa's district and Edward Royce's district. They're already favored to flip those. And from there, there's 3 other districts that are currently rated as toss-up. If they sweep those, that's 5. Now, why am I saying Democrats need to sweep to have a good night in California and the nation? Again, because this is the perfect storm. You have a lot of minorities, a lot of areas where Republicans aren't doing well, like very minority-heavy districts, a lot of college-educated, younger, usually Republican areas that are changing. A lot of liberal activism out here. Trump's approval is 29%. Antifa is headquartered de facto here. A lot of stuff we're seeing on the Democrat side here. And I think because of that, it'd be a shame if they don't, for the Democrats, if they don't get 5 seats from here. And of course, they can't just win in the toss-ups. They could also win in other areas, like Mimi Walters' district down here, or the 3 long-shot opportunities for pickups elsewhere in California. And finally, the Frost Belt. The area called the Frost Belt. It's really kind of 2 areas. It's New England and New York, and Montana, Wyoming, Idaho, Washington, and Oregon. So in these areas, the Democrats would need to pick up 2 seats. Again, this area is not necessarily their strong suit, so I have them splitting the toss-ups here. There's 4 of them. Disregard New Hampshire, that's held by a Democrat, but you have the 2 New York districts, the 1 Montana district, and the 1 Washington district. I say because it's district, again, this area is not really Democrats' strong suit. I'd say that Democrats would have a good night by splitting the toss-ups in this area. So basically, the purpose of all that was to tell you what Democrats should ideally be doing in each area of the country. So what I mean by that is, let's say on election night in New Jersey, let's see, oh no, Democrats are only picking up 2 seats out of New Jersey. Or when they approve, oh, they're getting 4 out of the Rust Belt. It's something to watch on election night. It's like benchmarks for Democrats should be doing well, but then you can compare how well they're doing in each area of the country and be like, oh, look, they're not doing as well in New Jersey, but they're making it up in the Rust Belt or the Heartland or Florida or California or wherever. It gives you a something to compare the results to, so you know where Democrats are being strong in and where Democrats are being weak in on election night based on how many seats are picking up from each area of the country. That's what this is. Tomorrow I'm going to upload a Path to 51 in the Senate for you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.